Hi, team. I'm Fitz Koehler, your host of the Los Angeles Marathon and one of your very noisy race announcers from Team Noisy. We are super excited to get things started this weekend. It hasn't actually been all that long since we were together in LA. I think November 6th was the last time, but we're cranking up for I don't know, the opportunity to be bigger and better than ever this weekend. And we have a lot of questions to answer for you and a lot of fun to cover. So I am going to introduce the other half of Team Noisy, the one with the bigger, deeper voice, Mr. Rudy Novotny.
Fitz Koehler.
So here's the thing. You don't even have to try to make the voice deep because it just is.
Well, more or less. How's it going, Fitz? I am excited too. LA Marathon weekend. Yeah.
It's been a long time for me, not you. I only got the
Right.
5K in November. So
Oh, that's right. But you were there. You were present. That's true.
right.
That's true.
That's
Yes,
right.
indeed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a big weekend. Weather looks great. It's going to be amazing. Huge thanks to ASICS and all of our sponsors, and
That's right.
can't wait to chat it up and talk about everything that's ASICS LA Marathon.
That's right. So, listen, folks, wherever you are watching, you can use the comments section to interact with us. So, if you have questions, if you have comments, you want to tell me how great my hair looked, you want to tell Rudy
Right.
he needs to trim it a little bit, whatever,
Oh,
you can use the
geez.
comments section to do that. And to get started, we're going to bring in the big guns, part of the Los Angeles Marathon leadership team. She's the queen. Senior Director of Marketing. It's Laurie Gestel. Hey, Laurie.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Laurie.
Hi. Thanks for
We're,
having me.
well, of course, of course. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for this weekend?
15.
There you go.
We're ready. We're ready. We're amped up.
Me too. Well, you know what? We have the pleasure of doing race weekends most weekends of the year. And this one's our biggest, right? There's something so special about Los Angeles, right, Rudy?
Yeah, it's there's so many stories, there's so much personality. It's Los Angeles. Oh my God. There's just it's so live. It's so much fun. I just can't wait.
How many years have you been announcing Los Angeles, Rudy?
I knew you were going to ask that, and I don't recall. I
Ish.
think I'm
Ish.
15-ish.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah,
I've been there 5 or 6. Does that
yeah,
make sense?
yeah,
Ish.
yeah. It's about
And
right.
Lori, how long have you been with LA Marathon?
About 7 months.
Okay. All
Yay!
right.
So my second marathon, right?
That's right. That's right.
Highly effective.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got some comments coming in already. We have Efrain Ortega. Rudy, you always make the race memorable. You're a legend. How about
Oh,
that?
Fancy.
thank you so much, my friend. Looking forward to seeing you there.
And then we have Mr. Cardina. Hi guys, you look amazing. Thank you. It's all Lori. Lori's smile is the best. We're hanging on her coattails. So we have a lot of stuff to cover. But before we do that, what I want to encourage absolutely everybody to do is 2 things. Number 1, utilize the website. I've been touring through the website all day. It's filled with everything you need to know. And what happens on race week is people start to panic. And then they start emailing the race directors. They start emailing the team. And these people are already up to their eyeballs in stuff to do. So have mercy on the race executives.
Please.
Do not email first shot. Use that website because your answer is there. The times are there. Gear check is there. We're going to cover all that tonight, but use the website. And then Lori as well, we have some apps. So tell us about our online options.
Yep. So totally appreciate that. Please check the website. All information is there, and your final informations for all distances are listed on the website. And that really, truly is like your manual, your race weekend 101 manual. So definitely check that out. But we also have 2 apps. So first and foremost is the Active Experience app. This is the app you're going to use for race weekend runner tracking. So if you have family and friends that want to follow you, please use that. Check that out. There's also the course map and some other tips, links to important things in that app. And then all new today, we announced that we have a new course tour video app with New Run. It's the best way to be prepared for everything you're going to experience on race day, complete with aid stations, mile markers, all the entertainment. We've totally up-leveled the entertainment this year. Cheer zone. So if you run with the run club and you know they're going to be out there, they're likely in that app, so you know where to look out for them. So 2 really great resources, and then the website, of course, your best resource.
So, Laurie, I just put the Active Experience app up for everyone to see. What is the other app? New Run. Is it just NEWRUN?
NEURUN.
Okay.
And if you go to it's downloadable both on iPhone and Android. And so if you just put that in, then you'll go to California and you'll find the marathon from there.
Okay. NEURUN. I hope I got that right. Did I get that right? Are you looking?
Perfect.
All right.
Also links on the website, social media, and in your inbox. If you're a registered runner, you should have gotten an email about it today too.
Wonderful. And again, these online resources have to be your go-to, because can you imagine putting on the Los Angeles Marathon for tens of thousands of people and spectators and all the road closures and everything? So have mercy on the good guys. And
just to jump in on that point, because it's a very good point. I know some of you out there that maybe have tried to transfer to the virtual option. And so that deadline is come and gone. But if you have emailed us already, hold tight. We will get to you as quickly as possible. But to what Fitz said earlier, sending us more emails doesn't actually help. It just makes more emails to go through. So we totally appreciate the kind of stress level that we're coming up on race weekend. We hear you. We will get back to you if you've submitted your requests, and all of your questions will get to you as quickly as possible. So we appreciate your patience, but also use the resources if you can. Or find us on social media too. Pretty quick there if you have just general race questions.
That's right. You guys are pumping out information all the time, including here. So we have a few friends commenting. We've got Brenda McNamara running her very first marathon.
Yay!
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Thanks for doing it with us, Brenda.
Yeah.
We got Anthony Bailey, so excited. 26.2 miles of pure entertainment. We agree. Esther's excited. Jose's excited.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is Christopher Carino's, I think it's Carino, his first full. No, don't be nervous. It's all fun. You know,
You got this. Yeah.
Yeah. You get nervous when you're, what's something to be nervous about? Going to the doctor or something. Don't be nervous about this. This is
The
all.
dentist.
That's right. It's all for a good time. Brenda as well. Nervous and excited. You're going to be fine. And here's the deal. Rudy and I will be waiting for you at the finish line. So we require 100% celebration. No matter how nervous you were at the start, at the finish, you have to show that much more elation. And then there you go. Cardina's first. We got a lot of first timers here.
That's fantastic. You know, we love all of our runners, but first timers, you know, it really means a lot to us and to the race organization that you trust us with your first race experience. And we will not let you down. It's going to be amazing. You are going to feel like the rock star that you are. It's going to be incredible. I love this. Love all the firsties.
Love it.
We've got Tim Patton. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
And then we've got a fourth, Yvette Baltadano. Okay,
Yes.
hold on. Blanca Ramirez. 2014 was her first, and she's done a ton since then. Mike Rivera, what if you were not done by 6.5? Okay, we're going to get to that question. Okay, listen, we've got so many great comments here, and we're going to take a pause because we have to get to the information. But I promise, keep sending those comments, the questions, and we will share them. So let's start with Friday, which is all Expo, all packet pickup at Dodger Stadium.
Yes. The Expo opens at 10 a.m. on Friday. So it'll be open till 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. at Dodger Stadium. We've got a ton of vendors out there. All of our partners are activating. So lots to do and come and see. And less lines on Friday. So if you've got a little bit time, and it's a great day to come pick up your packet. And everybody must come to the Health and Fitness Expo to pick up your bib. So sometimes we get those questions last minute. Oh, I didn't know. Can I pick it up race morning? Unfortunately, no, unless you've pre-purchased Start Line Hospitality. So just make sure that you find time in your schedule on Friday or Saturday to come to the Expo.
And that goes for the LA Big 5K too. If you're running the 5K, do you have to get your bib on Friday, or can you do it Saturday morning?
That's a great question. That is the ultimate plan. You can pick your bib up for the 5K on Saturday morning, starting at 6:30 a.m. So then you pick your bib up for the 5K, you run the 5K, and then you can go straight into the Expo to pick up your bib for Sunday if you're running as well.
Okay. So
Yeah.
no bib pickups before the marathon on marathon morning, but you
Correct.
can pick up your bib for the 5K early Saturday.
Yes. Clarity. Yes.
Now, Laurie, I just want to be clear. Can someone pick up someone else's bib?
No, great question. You cannot. Everybody must pick up their own bib. So we
Okay.
need to see your ID, make sure we know that we're handing your bib to the proper person. So
Okay.
everybody must pick up their own bib.
Excellent. And
Yeah.
for those of you watching, the goal here right now is, let's pretend you came from all the way across the country. You've never run a race before, and maybe you've never even been to Los Angeles. We want to make sure you have all of that nth degree information. So if you're an old timer, you're going to hear some things you've heard before, but from race to race, town to town, all this information varies. And so this is the way we do things in LA. So Friday, we have Bib Pickup. But the expo is always filled with lots of fun stuff. Tell us about our vendors, our activation. What can people look forward to?
Well, first and foremost, ASICS has a huge store with all your branded merchandise. Oops, it's on this side. So all of your finisher gear, especially for your first timers, you got to pick up something to keep forever. Volvo is there. It has we'll have the official lead vehicle there that you can take a photo with, which is super cool. It's really well branded. We have Noon Hydration. We have our other merchandise stores, so some more like tchotchke-like items. If you need to recycle your shoes, you've got old tennis shoes, we're recycling, or old running shoes, of course. We'll be recycling our shoes. So tons of vendors out there, lots to do, lots of shopping, lots of sampling, and seeing really cool vendors.
Now, Laurie, it's at Dodger Stadium, of course. Is there any parking charges at all at Dodger Stadium for the expo?
No,
zero?
100% free at Dodger Stadium.
Nice.
So that is definitely a pro. So all weekend, if you're parking at Dodger Stadium, it's fully free.
That's fantastic. And then for those of you looking for a fuel belt, there's always those to sell. There's always the vendors that come with your Body Glide, your chafing stuff, your visors and your sunglasses. I mean, it's a really solid expo. And then the other cool thing is there's a bunch of other races there to showcase their events too. So if you love running, and especially if you love running California, you'll see OC Marathon, probably Monterey Half Marathon, a bunch of good choices where you can register. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Stop the presses. Look who's on.
Ezra.
Ezra Wise. He's an LAM ambassador and an all-around great guy. Fun on Instagram.
So much fun.
And then watch this, Rudy. Are you ready?
Yeah. Who else? Let me guess. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Ezra.
We agree. We are the best. Okay. Okay. So Friday, come and pick up your bib for the 5K, pick up your marathon bib. Can they pick up their charity bibs?
They sure can. Any bib is available to pick up starting 10 a.m. on Friday.
And here's a question. It's been a couple of years for me. We have a challenge, right? If you do the 5K and the full.
We have a couple challenges. Thank you for bringing that up. So if you do the Saturday 5K and the marathon on Sunday, you earn another medal, which is the LA Double Play medal. So that's super fun. We also have people that are completing the Conquer LA challenge, which is they did the Santa Monica 10K, then they did the Rose Bowl half, and now they'll complete the marathon. And so they'll be able to pick up that medal. And it's like huge this year. It's really big. They can pick up that medal in the secure zone after they cross the finish line at the marathon. And then also the triple 5K tour of LA. So people who did the Santa Monica 5K, the Rose Bowl 5K, and then the LA Big 5K on Saturday, they'll earn another medal. So lots of medals to be had this weekend.
Which we appreciate. You could register for the Santa Monica Classic or the Rose Bowl while you're at this expo, correct?
Yes. So all registrations for all future events will be open, and we're going to have a new lounge area. So it's actually where all of you LA Loyal runners out there will be together with LA Road Runners or Legacy Runners, and registration for all other McCourt Foundation events will all be together in one area along with Team TMF, right when you kind of enter the fun part of the expo. After you pick up your bib and you've bought all your gear from ASICS, you'll see a huge kind of lounge there. Stop by, say hello, and then register for next year and get signed up for 2023 events.
23, that's crazy.
Yes.
Hey, I really like the setup of the expo. I think it's beautiful right in front of Dodger Stadium, and it's a Jackie Robinson statue right out front, right?
Yep, very close by. That's kind of right in the middle. Yeah, it is one of the coolest expos, right? In the kind of shadows of Dodger Stadium, and if you come right around, well, I guess we won't have golden hour because now we have daylight savings, right? But last year we had that kind of golden hour glow. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. Okay, everyone, you have an assignment while you're listening. Use the comments section to tell us what specifically you're hoping to find at the expo. So I'm just curious whether you're buying a fuel belt or you want some ASICS gear, chafing stuff. If you need it, go ahead and share that. But I'm interested to see what you guys are shopping for. And do you think we've covered Friday, Laurie? Can we move to Saturday morning?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's Friday, bid pickup, shopping, activations, yada, yada, yada. Then you got to come back to Dodger Stadium. Again, no parking fee. And we get started. We have the LA Big 5K Saturday morning. And that race start is
8 a.m.
That's right.
8 a.m. Yep. So bid pickups opens at 6:30. So arrive as early as that. And you guys will cross that start line at 8 a.m. on the dot. And it's pretty cool. It's the same start line as the marathon. Obviously, the branding's a little bit different, but super cool. You get that giant start line arch, and there will be a little good luck message for you guys underneath as you run through. So it's pretty special.
And
sorry, one thing. I don't know if we said this already, but the LA Big 5K is sold out. So if you are there, you're part of an exclusive group. We're pretty excited that so many people came back this year. Really, really stoked.
Yeah, one of the things I love about the LA Big 5K is it feels very LA. I mean, sometimes we're like, oh, just a 5K, which drives me crazy because it's never just a 5K, it's a 5K. Yeah. But at LA, it's a 5K and people are rowdy and raucous and our start line rocks. It's so much fun. Yeah. People come with such happy attitudes, especially because we're going right after St. Patrick's Day. People just keep it coming and there's so much green and so much nonsense. I love that.
And you know what else? At the LA Big 5K, there was so many families and friend groups that come, the charities now that we still have all the charities involved, right?
Yes, tons of charities are out there. Yes.
I mean the Pit Bull group and
cancer. There's all sorts of great causes.
Yeah.
Team Turtle. I mean, there's just so many fantastic groups.
Hit and Rescue, lots of them.
Yeah, Pit Rescue, and the kitties. There's Kitten Rescue.
Kitten
Rescue, yeah.
Angel City Pitbulls is the one, the Pitbull group that you're thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And the team from ARC comes out, and that's always very special. Very special. So, guys, listen, we kick off 8 a.m. for everybody. We expect you to bring your rowdy attitudes and your big mouths because we have a lot of fun. Feel free to dress up because lots of people dress up. There's a lot of cute Dodger girl outfits and just so many fun things. But show up early. Do not pull into that parking lot at 7:45 and expect for this to be a good experience. It's not going to be a lot of fun for anybody who shows up at 7:45. You got to come at 7. You got to show up at 6:30. There's food trucks. There's bid pickup. We have music. Rudy and I are making lots of happy noise. You can take photos in front of our start line structure. It's casual and fun, but if you don't show up pretty early, you miss out on the experience because you can go do 3.1 miles any day of the year. If you registered for this event, be part of our experience. So the early bird catches the worm, right, Laurie?
100%.
All right. And then, and you can do bib pickup. Again, 5K athletes are the only ones who can pick up their bibs on race morning. And that opens at 6:30.
6:30.
Okay. And is there bag check for the 5K?
There is no bag check, no gear check for the 5K.
Your bag check is your car.
That's correct. That you did not have to pay to park.
That you didn't have to pay to park. Exactly.
Yes.
Now, Laurie, when does the expo open on Saturday morning?
The expo opens at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. For 5K participants, if you're finishing around that 8:30, 8:40 mark as you guys are finishing, we'll kind of let you guys in so that we don't have a build up for that 9 a.m. official open. So wink, wink, don't tell everybody, but we learned a little lesson last year. So
the other thing I would like to point out about the 5K is this is where we often see celebrity sightings.
Oh.
Yes, because it's so much easier, again, to pop into a 5K than a full marathon. So we've seen some pretty heavy hitters
Yep.
at the 5K. So keep your eyes open. And if you're not registered for the 5K, just show up to cheer and see who you see. Right, Rudy?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. We have had some very, very familiar faces there, and it's always fun.
I know.
Even when they're trying to coming on the down low.
That's right. And then who never lets them go in the down low? Because the second I notice someone on the microphone, it's like, oh my God, so and so's here. Cartwheels and leaping. And they're like, stop it, lady. Shh. Don't tell everybody.
Really.
It's out. I know. I'm so sorry to those people. All right. So we have some comments here about the shopping, and I'm very interested to see. Let's see. Arlene is looking for Cliff gels, running socks, visors. I almost guarantee.
Absolutely.
We got you covered.
Yeah. All the nutritional items like the gels, the bars, all that stuff, you'll find it. No doubt.
Ezra is looking for checking out the Carb Boom flavors at the Expo and maybe a photo op with Team Noisy. Photo ops with Team Noisy are very expensive this year. What are we charging, Rudy?
0.
So Ezra must be on the inside, because those of you who don't know, Carboom is our new energy gel partner. So they will be on course at mile 12 and mile 18. And I have not tried them yet myself, but I hear they are delicious. So definitely check them out at the Expo. They will be there.
They have been around. They have been around a long time, and it is delicious stuff, and really easy to digest. It's great product. Carboom.
All right. So will they have that at the announcer stand, Rudy? Will that be a snack we get?
I think I just asked for it.
Yeah, okay.
You just put it in your rider. Don't worry.
Can we have that? I have on my rider is like this. I want a decaffeinated Diet Coke.
Okay.
And usually a runner brings me a decaffeinated Diet Coke. Decaffeinated. So please, anyone watching, I get thirsty. Okay. I also like oranges, and he likes chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
Okay. So beyond the 5K, and when you run the 5K, we have this amazing entrance. It's a great finish line coming towards the stadium. We expect giant celebrations. Again, the hands up high, the number of one finger. You could leap, you can shout, you can cartwheel. You cannot go by the finish line looking at your watch. Is that a rule? That's in the rule book, right?
Yeah. Not supposed to happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. We will make you go back and do it again if you come through like a foul person. So have a good time, or else, right? Or else. And then we have the LA Big Half K starting at 9:15. That's our kids' races.
Yes. If you need a little joy in your life, you come out and watch the kids race. It is the cutest thing on the planet. And if you have a kid, those future marathoners have the best time out there. It is. I mean, Rudy, you've probably been to more than I have. It's the best.
It's a lot. It's super fun. Hey, Laurie, is the LA Big Half K, is that still open for registration?
Yes. And registration will be open through Saturday morning for that as well.
Okay.
So you haven't made a decision yet. There's still time. It's $15. It's such a good time. Your kids will walk away with a participant t-shirt, a finisher medal, and Big Five gives them a little kind of goodie bag. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we have an incredible time out there. And while we have a good amount of kids, I'm always surprised that it's not more. So if you're bringing your family, and I think we go kids 8 and under for the event. Is that accurate?
Yeah, 2 to 3 up. So 2 to 3.
Oh, we have had 1-year-olds do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's a family affair. Everybody's welcome.
That's adorable. Okay. Juan Bernal wants to know, is there going to be a route that takes you to Dodger Stadium to be able to park for family and friends? I know in prior years, it's actually not very hard. You just park at the stadium, and then you can come out and watch your family and friends finish. Correct? Am I wrong?
Yeah. For the 5K and on Saturday, super easy. So plenty of parking, and definitely plenty of space for friends and family to hang out and cheer you on. Yeah.
All right. And I think this might be a marathon question. No. Well, I guess we'll get to the shuttles when we start talking about the Sunday races. That's a different beast. Okay. So, and then Saturday, once our 5K and our half K are over, it's back to regular Expo. And again, you personally have to come get your race bib. Don't think your uncle, your grandma, your boyfriend, your buddy, anyone's going to pick it up for you. It has to be you with your ID, your license or your passport, correct?
Correct. Yep. And your QR code that you have in your confirmation email.
Okay. Okay.
And Laurie, what time is the expo open until?
It's open till 5 on Saturday,
Till 5? Okay.
till 5 p.m.
So please, I know maybe some of you need to, work part of the day or whatever. Don't arrive at 5. Come on early,
You want time to shop too, so
Right.
Yeah.
The expo shopping is fantastic. So just plan to come early, give yourself plenty of time and to pick up your stuff.
Yeah, and our expo used to be a little trickier when it was over at the convention center. And it was very expensive for people to park downtown and tricky, and you had to go a long way. This couldn't be any more convenient. It's a stadium parking lot, which just has hordes and hordes of spots available. So, yeah, get there or be square or be very sad because you won't be able to run your race.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's just a great expo spot. It's Dodger Stadium.
It's Dodger Stadium.
And the boys are back. Yay!
You know what's this is a travesty. It's a little personal sidebar, and then I'll move on. Is I have been there. I mean, 5-6 years I've been announcing the LA Marathon. I've never ever once been inside Dodger Stadium.
You're going in, girl. You are
Yeah.
going in.
Can we go in during the expo? Can you walk around Dodger Stadium?
No, during the expo, it's not open. So you might have to have a tour, but race morning, I know we're going to get to Sunday. You can go into Dodger Stadium and sit in the stadium while you're hanging out before the race starts. So
Very cool.
You know what? We have this guy that comes to the start line to help us out sometimes. His name is Justin Turner. And
I think we know who he is.
I'm gonna harass him and I'm gonna see if he will give me a Dodger Stadium tour or at least squeeze me in some regard. Do you think that would be inappropriate to ask him for that type of
I mean, I'm not the boss of you. I don't know.
Nobody is the boss of her. Nobody, Laurie.
I know. Kimberly is like, you've never been inside. I would like, okay, Ezra, you're in charge. If you fail, Justin Turner's a backup. I think I have his cell phone. Maybe not. Okay, so let's go to Saturday night. Everybody has a very healthy meal. You don't eat anything strange the night before a marathon. You go to bed early, and then you wake up fresh because we've got big, exciting things happening Sunday morning.
We do. We have a little race happening on Sunday morning.
So what time does things get rolling at the stadium, Laurie?
So gear check opens at 4 a.m. So that's kind of usually the first thing people want to do. And so this is, I think some people missed the announcement. People may remember in November, we did not have race day gear check, but that was a thing of the past. That was in response to the COVID health and safety guidelines. So race morning gear check is back. So really excited about that. It should make your race morning super easy, and it opens at 4 a.m. So the only other thing to note about gear check is make sure you use that clear bag that we give you when you pick up your bib. You can check a bag within the bag, but you just need to make sure that you check that clear bag with you. And so that opens at 4 a.m. and it'll close right about 6:30, I think, but let's check our final informations on that.
Yeah, and if you've never run a race before, the reason you put stuff in gear check, I mean, it could be a car key, but also a lot of athletes like to bring different clothes to put on post-race, maybe their slides, their sandals. So bring some comfortable items to allow you to quickly get warm and comfortable as soon as you're done running. Anything you'd add to that, Rudy?
Yeah, lipstick, eyeshadow, all those things. And please make sure to put large amounts of cash in those clear bags. No,
Rudy, bad advice.
Sorry, Laurie. Laurie's like, oh my God, I really need to do that. No, keep the valuables out of there. As Fitz said, you might want to stash an extra car key or something like that. But
no phones, wallet.
No phones. Right.
Oh, no wallet.
Please,
Got you. No wallets.
No big diamond.
Not your jewelry. Nothing, please.
No.
Is Fitz frozen?
I think she is momentarily. She'll come back.
Doing this. Okay, everybody's back. So sorry. Jacqueline, gear check is only for Sunday morning. Can you guys hear me?
What Jacqueline was asking, though, Jacqueline.
Frozen. All right, commenters. I'm not sure what's going on, but use your comment section to tell me if you can hear me. I'm hoping it's just Rudy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're all live.
One thing back to Jacqueline, though, I think she was asking, is gear check available Friday and Saturday? So it's not. There's only gear check available Sunday morning. So you can't pre-check your bag any earlier, just for clarity on that point.
Okay. And
again, Laurie, what time does Gear Check open?
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Okay, so please, while I know you want to stay warm, and you've got those, you've got your warm ups and sweats and everything on, and you're going to want to keep them on for a while. Don't wait till the last minute to check your stuff. It gets really, really crazy. So, give yourself some time to check your gear, and then, of course, because you want to be in the corrals, and we'll go from there. We'll go from there. But check your stuff early.
Okay, so Gear Check opens at 4, but the parking lot, I believe, opens at 3 a.m.
Yes. So shuttles and parking, that all kind of starts at 3. So sorry, I should have started there.
Yeah.
The parking at Dodger Stadium opens at 3 a.m. And then if you pre-purchase or buy our shuttle pass or parking at the finish line, that all opens at 3 and the first shuttle start running at 3. So 3 a.m. is when we start trying to get people to the stadium and kind of everything opens up from there.
Okay, so summarize, because I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I heard. So you can just show up and park at Dodger Stadium at 3 a.m. or
Yep.
4, whenever.
Yep.
Or you can go to parking at the finish line, park there,
Yes.
shuttle back. And then so that leads to the question is, if you park at Dodger Stadium, when you're done running, there will be shuttles that take you back to the stadium. Yes?
That is not correct. We do not have shuttles that take you back to Dodger Stadium. So if you are going to park at Dodger Stadium, you will need to figure out how you're going to get back to Dodger Stadium after the race. And LA is one of the greatest cities in the world, but public transportation, right? Not necessarily our strong suit. So definitely have a plan, a friend or Uber or Lyft or a taxi to get you back to Dodger Stadium.
Okay.
If you, and so that's kind of the reason we encourage people to take the shuttles to the start line in the morning. You park at the finish line. Parking is, you can pre-buy parking now online on our website. If you go to the parking and transportation tab, you can pre-buy your parking, and then the shuttles are totally free to the start line. And then after you finish your 26.2 mile tour, you're very close to your car to get yourself home afterwards.
Okay. Now, do you have to pre-purchase them in advance? Well, can you buy a ticket, or can you get a ticket to get on those shuttles just on Sunday morning?
So the shuttles, we do ask that you sign up for it, and you can do that through logging into your active account, which you can kind of find all that information on our website, but it's not mandatory that you do that. We just will ask to see your bib or your QR code so you can get on the shuttles. We do recommend that you pre-buy your parking. Lots will fill up. It's still available now, but it'll ease a little bit of the stress race morning that you've prepaid for your spot, and you'll have the ticket to get right into one of the lots in the morning.
So, Laurie, as to those lots, is there a substantial amount of paid parking available? Like,
Yes.
let's say within a quarter mile ish.
Yes, one of the many great things about our new finish line is there is so much parking available, so it's not really a problem. We'll have plenty of parking for everybody, and we can get to this a little bit later, but we have great spectator parking options there as well.
That's a big deal. That is a big deal, and that's a big step up for sure. Okay. Okay. Brian Roeder, can family and friends park at Dodger Stadium to watch the start of the race?
Sure can. The more the merrier.
Yeah, we enjoy that. And then there will be a route. Now, I can't tell you what route you can drive out of the stadium to also drive to the finish line. But I think we probably have that map on the website, correct? On how to get to the finish line?
That's actually a really good question. We probably would need to do a little bit of work to figure out what that map is, but it is possible to drive from the start line to the finish line after the race. It'll take you a little bit longer, or after the race has started. It'll take you a little bit longer than normal with the road closures, but definitely is possible. And unless you're cheering on one of the elite age groupers that are going to run it in about 2 hours, you've got plenty of time to get there, and maybe even stop somewhere along the course to cheer them on.
Yeah, I was going to say it's so much easier to get to the finish line by car.
Yes.
As a rule.
Yeah.
No matter how convoluted the path, it's just easier to get there by car.
That's how Fitz and Rudy always get to the finish line.
We have a ride for you.
Thank you.
Only in LA though. Okay. First time marathoner, what kind of stuff am I allowed to wear or bring with me during the race?
You can wear or bring whatever you want. If you are been training with a hydration pack, that's a-okay. If you've been wearing one of those fuel belts like Fitz mentioned, or a fanny pack or something like that, that's a-okay. We just ask that you don't have like a giant backpack or like a piece of suitcase luggage that you're rolling behind you, but whatever you're comfortable in and whatever you need to, run and have a great time.
Hey, Laurie, we do not have a stroller division,
We do
correct?
not. Strollers are not allowed on course.
Yeah, so that's no strollers, no roller skates, no scooters, no bicycles, nothing
Yes,
of the sort. You and your
things
feet.
things that are electric, bike type things like that, no thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
And leave your pets at home too. We love dogs, we love cats, we love iguanas and all that, but
Yes.
okay.
Please leave them at home. Bring their pictures, and if you see me, please show me pictures of your
That's
dogs, because I do love them.
Right, exactly.
Hey, and here's the other thing is absolutely zero humans except for registered runners need to come through our finish line. We are hard and fast on that. You do not grab a child like, yay, I'm doing a marathon, I'm bringing my baby. That is a completely against race policy. The finish line chute is a secure area. It is dangerous for your child. It is dangerous for the other runners. No grandpas, no boyfriends, no sisters, unless they have gone the distance, 26.2 miles. They are not welcome in our finish line chute. And quite often, many races will disqualify an athlete who breaks that rule. So take it seriously. Do not bring another human through the finish line.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a big deal. We've seen some real problems, and it's upsetting, right, Rudy?
Yeah, we get upset about that. But it's like, well, we know how excited you are, and having friends and family there is special, but this is your moment, whether it's your first or your 100th, or if you're one of our legacy athletes and you've done all of them, which are just the legacy group is incredible. This is your moment. And as much as you might, think about sharing it, our photographers want to get a great shot of you crossing that finish line.
Well, the other thing that's so obnoxious is if you're running this whole distance and this is your moment for that photographer, and then there's some chick behind you dragging her baby, or some guy, a grandpa with sandals and a backpack, totally ruins your photo. So it's just disrespectful to the other athletes, besides dangerous and illegal. So that I think it's important to share those things because not everybody knows.
It is.
It's a good tip.
Okay, off we go. Is there a rule against wearing headphones?
Good
Nope.
question. Good
Great
question.
question.
Yeah.
But if you need that music in those ears, iPods or podcasts, whatever it is to keep you going, go for it, man.
Yeah, and we have tons of entertainment on the course. So if you're wearing earbuds, maybe only one because you don't want to miss out on the experience.
Yeah. And the people and the cheer zones on course. It is one of the best things about this course. The entire community of Los Angeles, or entire area around Los Angeles comes out to cheer you on. And the energy is really special. So definitely take some couple moments to take it all in.
That's right. Especially
Those are all good points. The race has its own heartbeat and all the entertainment. It has all the sounds that are involved, and it's just really a big part of what makes it so exciting. So if you have to have the music, okay, but it also might be a time just to leave it in the car and just enjoy everything that's the LA Marathon. It's just, there's a lot going on, especially when you come to the finish line and Fitz and I see your name on our announcer mat, and we want to say, John Smith, you are a marathoner. You're awesome. And you're just jamming. You don't miss that.
Don't miss out on the good stuff.
I'd also say that we have a ton of entertainment on course, lots of music. There's two that I'd call out. So if you really are into music, we have a Beatles cover band that is apparently just amazing. So you're going to have to definitely take the earbuds out for that. And then an all-female mariachi band, which everyone says is just epic. So definitely. And then we have the taiko drummers and, some of those kind of real heartbeats of our race forever, but lots happening on the course. So be on the ready to take them out if you have to have them in for sure.
So
now,
great.
Laurie, there was a lot of entertainment on the course last year, but I think from what you had said, there's more than ever.
Yeah, we have really tried to step it up. I think last year we did good, but COVID was just tough, right? A lot of groups were
Right.
just still not ready. But this year, our entertainment team, Lawrence Cohen and Tiffany Adams, have just gone above and beyond to try to make this the most entertainment on ever before. So we hope we deliver. I don't want to overpromise, because I think sometimes we can fall a little bit short, but we really have tried to make it really special. Running 26.2 miles is not easy. We know that. And so all of those distractions and those little moments of things to look forward to and to just kind of lighten the load on your feet for a few minutes, we've tried to deliver that. So we hope you guys have a great time.
Yeah, we're excited. Okay, so we have any rules against cell phones? No. And almost everybody's carrying them and taking pictures and video while they run. So I'm
Just
just
make
trying
sure
to.
you tag us in them so we can reshare it.
That's right. Tag
it.
it at
Yeah.
LA Marathon or hashtag LA Marathon. You're required to post those photos up on social media. It's a rule. Again, I'm a stickler for the rules. We also have, is it okay to carry a large flag across the finish line?
Hmm.
We've seen quite a few people with American flags in the past, especially
Yes.
Team RWB.
Yeah, we definitely seen quite a few flags. I'm not quite sure we have a rule against it, but just be mindful when you're carrying the flag of people around you. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's a lot of just fabric flags too. We see that
yeah.
people stash them in a fanny pack and then wave
Well,
them at the finish line. Thank you, Dean Papa. So this is funny. Dean and I went to high school together. He was one of the senior boys when I was a freshman.
oh,
Very cute. He and his friend John. And
There
yeah,
you
so
go.
now Dean pops in and says hi during my shows, and I like it. So hey, Dean. My life is fantastic. Okay.
well, cool.
Just a little side bit. Okay, now we're going back to the start line because we've missed a few steps. We've missed a few.
Yeah.
So race starts. We do have seated corrals. So tell everybody how they're going to line up first.
Yep. So everybody should have received an email last week. We know some of you do not receive our emails, but you should have received an email with your corral placement. So it would have been A, B, C, D, or E, and that is in a seated corral. And it's basically if you are planning to run about 5 hours or under, you submitted proof of time that you were able to do that, and you registered by a certain date. So lots of qualifications as to how you would get seated in one of those corrals. And then after that, we have our open corrals where everybody lines up in a group, and we have we've signs up of about approximate mile per minute. So we just ask you to line up where kind of you fit best and how you think you're going to run that day.
And
So
Laurie, there's visuals in the corral area, right?
yes, you'll see signs up kind of high up that will say it. And then also right at that fence line that you enter in, it'll say where you're entering in. So, and if you're in seated corrals A, B, C, D, or E, your bib will say it, and then there will be somebody checking. So, so just be sure to kind of go what aligns with what your bib says.
And then the rule of thumb is, say it's you and your spouse running, you want to run together, but your spouse is way slower than you. The rule of thumb is for you to move back and join the slower person rather than have a slower person move forward. And that's for safety and comfort for everybody. So runner courtesy is to move back.
Just makes for a better experience, right? We want the faster people, they don't have to dodge and weave so much. So go with your crew, the people that you want to run with, people like you. So
yeah. And some people are going to be out there going for PRs and running hard, and then there's those of us who go to a marathon and like, I'm going to run for a great experience and I don't care what the clock says. So whichever path you take, we're going to celebrate you big time. Okay, so you've lined up, and then at 6:30 a.m. is when we start the chairs. We have a bunch of hand cyclists.
Yep. So our athletes with disabilities will go at 6:30 a.m. So it's kind of one group start, and really excited to get them kind of going and on the course. And then about 6:40, time to be specific, our elite women will take off. And that time is not yet finalized yet because we have a super awesome race within a race this year that we've brought back. So it's the Woodsy Cass Associates Marathon Challenge. So people may remember it as the Marathon Chase from many years ago, but it's basically men against the women. And so the women start first. And Tony Revis, who many of you may know is one of the longtime announcers of the Los Angeles Marathon on our broadcast, they've been working to figure out the kind of time difference between the women and the men. And then, so the women will go out first, and then the elite men will go at 6:55 on the dot. And hopefully it'll be a race to the finish line, men versus women, and first person to cross will win $10,000.
It's
Very cool.
exciting.
I have loved that through the years. It is so well done. And one of the really interesting things about the gender challenge is marathon challenge. The history of it. Now I'm gonna misspeak, but for many years it was the men won, then the women won, then the men won, then the women won. It was traded off year to year to year.
But the women have the edge. The women have won more times than the men.
Oh, have they? Okay. Yeah, but what we shoot for, and Tony does an amazing job. He's so incredible on TV. I've known him forever. He's another San Diego guy. Yay. We want to give the women enough of a handicap that the men are literally chasing them down. And the idea is to have a male and the female leaders shoulder to shoulder, just going at it right at the finish line. It's potentially amazing. Yeah.
And you want to know a little challenge trivia? Mark Minicello, who was president of the LA Roadrunners forever, he's kind of behind this. He works with Quincy Cass and Associates.
Yeah, and he loved the chase within the race within the race, and so we're really excited. It should be some really fast runners out there. Should be awesome.
Yeah, very excited about that. Okay, so we've got chairs at 6:30. Is that duos as well? Like Team Ainsley's Angel, are they lining up with the hand cycles?
Good question, Fitz.
I don't know the answer to that.
You know what? They probably know the answer.
Yes, hopefully, and if not, we can certainly get the answer.
Yeah, I do believe they lined up with the racing chairs.
I think so.
Previously, but then
we have Team Hoyt, Ainsley's Angels, and a number of other just wonderful groups.
And so for the main group of runners, though, chairs at 6:30, elite women around 6:40 something, and then at 6:55, the elite men go. And y'all will go when they go too. So we say go, and they'll take off front. Catch them if you can. I don't think you can. You might catch them for a few moments, and then they're gone. And then everybody takes off, and it's outstanding chaos. It's the best.
Yeah, it's pretty special. A start line of a marathon is something you'll never forget, especially for all you first timers. Really take it in. It's super special.
Yeah, and this one is particularly special because the energy in LA on race morning is like no other. It really is just so much fun and noisy, and it's glee, right, Rudy? It's just
so just a cautionary item certainly for the first timers, but it can be anybody, because I know it's happened to me. I've run many marathons. Don't let yourself go out too fast. Don't get caught up in that energy. Enjoy the energy. But don't be those 3 or 4 guys that just race ahead and they want to be with the elites for the KTLA TV guys and everything.
Yeah. Don't try to catch our elites. But have fun at the start. Remember, this is the only time in the entire race weekend where we are all together.
Yeah, good point.
This is it. Yeah. This is the only time you get to be with those tens of thousands of people. So, let loose a little bit, enjoy it. Here's the deal. If you're nervous, remember, this is not a horrible thing you're doing. You've come out for athletic adventure with a bunch of really cool people. So there's nothing to be nervous about. You will go the distance. And even if you fell short, fine. Maybe you had a 22-mile adventure. And I recently ran my first marathon too, and I had to face the same thing. This is not scary. Cancer, scary. Marathon, fun. This is why you're doing it. So show up. Have some fun. If you're trying to get that PR, let us whip you into the frenzy and build you up, because we know that you can go out and have a great day. Our weather's going to be perfect. Our course is spectacular, but this is a fun time. So get there early, take the stress off, show up in your corral with your bib on the front of your shirt. And we're going to take great care of you. So they go past the start line, and then they've got some running and walking to do. Laurie, where are the hydration stations?
Just about every mile. So
that's great.
Yeah, we have water and noon hydration at almost every mile. It is every mile, but it's sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. And porta potties also at every mile. That's not something every marathon can say. So that is, we all runners, we know we need those bathrooms out on course. So every mile we have porta potties, and then we will have carb boom at miles 12 and mile 18. So a little nutrition for you out there on course as well.
So I don't know if I blanked. We have water. Is there also an energy drink?
Sorry, that's the noon hydration. So
Noon hydration.
Yeah.
And is there an order? So it will always be water first, followed by noon, or vice versa?
That's a great question. I think, but please don't hold me to this. It is always water first and then noon. But we will have out there this year big flags. So you'll see them. So that'll say water, literally say water. They'll say whatever it is. So as you're coming into an aid station, look for the flags if you're looking for something. We've tried to make it really hard to miss, so you can just beeline for what you're looking for.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we encourage everybody to drink often, drink lots, drink often, and that'll keep you going.
And start early. Drink before you start running.
Yeah, come into the race hydrated.
Hydrated, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hydrate early, hydrate often.
Hydration starts what, Wednesday? Is that right? Wednesday?
Don't overhydrate. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
We're not doctors. We're not doctors.
I'm kind of a doctor. No, I'm not. Okay. So drink. And then what about medical? Where's our medics?
Yep. So I think we have 9, if I'm correct, medical stations on course. But if you are at any aid station and you need something, there's people with radio. So don't hesitate to ask for help if you need help. But our medical stations are provided by the Keck School of Medicine over at USC. They're absolutely the best in the business. So we've got plenty of people out there on course to keep you safe and to help you with anything you need. And you can't miss it with their red background. It says medical super clear. So keep an eye out if you need anything. Anything from like if you're chafing, you need a little petroleum jelly, some salt, you name it. They've got it for you.
And Laurie, as you know, Fitz and I are at start and finish lines all over the country all year long. Keck Medicine of USC, absolutely exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. They're hot walkers at the finish line. They are watching. They are looking for any signs of distress. They've been amazing. I'm gonna make a bold statement. I think over the years they have saved lives, and they're amazing. I'm so pleased they're there. When we have medical like that, it just makes Fitz and I a little more comfortable to know our runners are being so well cared for. Thank you, Keck Medicine.
For sure. And here's the other thing. If you're not by a hydration station and something goes wrong, whatever it is, if you need help, you're going to be surrounded by thousands of incredible runners that are so nice. A running community is the nicest people on earth. So just tap someone on the shoulder and say, hey, bud, I need some help. And they'll help. Almost everybody has a cell phone on them, or many people do. So help is right around the corner. And you don't need, where am I going? Yeah, you don't need anyone official. You just need to ask, and we'll all take good care of you. And then we have medics at the finish line too.
Yeah, we have the hot walkers. I never knew what this term was until I joined this team, but they're right there at the finish line. They're the first group of people as you cross the finish line there to just, sometimes people like to throw up a little bit, whatever it may be. They'll be there to help you, whatever you need. And so
yeah, it's interesting. So Rudy and I, we have the best seat in the house at the finish line on our tower. And so we see stuff, and sometimes we shout medics, and in a heartbeat, someone's over. And maybe it's that funny walk, people their legs start not working so well 20 feet before the finish. Or sometimes there's the lean, the lean, there's all sorts of ways you can lean, but they're there and they'll come and grab you. And really what they want to do is allow you to cross the finish line before they grab you. But whenever you need it, we'll take good care of you. And the grand majority of you, this is going to be information you don't need, because you're going to be just fine. And we haven't mentioned it, but the weather, it's going to be in the 50s and 60s and clear.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Everybody, I don't know, everybody said to whoever they talked to for weather, but it's going to be hot the days before, hot the days after. And right now we're looking at a high of 68, which is like
magic.
The best. So
absolutely.
Keep saying whatever you do.
And then we have an athlete wants to know, Ithapot, if we have an app. So we said it at the very beginning of the show, but real quick, which app should Ithapot download?
It's the active experience. So if you go into your Android or your iPhone app and type in the active experience, it'll pop up. Also links on our website and on social media. That might be easier.
Okay, so everyone's run their race. They've had a great time. What is our cutoff? So if I've seen it's 6.5 hours, but we don't really cut people off at 6.5 hours.
Yeah, it's 6.5 hours. But after that, we do kind of invite you to go on to the sidewalks where you can continue to finish your race. So obviously there does come a time that we take down the finish line, but as long as you're kind of somewhere in that area, we want to get as many of you across the finish line as possible. But 6:30, yes.
Okay. And a reminder that these races are committed to the city government, that they have to reopen the roads at certain times. So it's not that they don't like you if you're slower. They are obligated legally to reopen roads, and the law enforcement has to get back to work. So that's why you're moved to the sidewalk. But for years, we've seen many people, as the finish line was being taken down, still finish their race with lots of wonderful people cheering for them, still getting their medal. So still having a wonderful finishing experience.
Yes.
Yeah, and Fitz and I have people coming up to us all the time. They're saying, I just don't want to be last. And we tell them, we promise all of them, you will not be last.
That's right.
And we only disappoint one person.
That's right. That's a good percentage. It's like 99%.
It's fantastic. Hey, now we haven't forgotten, because I'm going to bring them up right now, but we haven't mentioned a group of people that will be at the event that perform an incredible service to the running community.
Hi, Doug Thurston.
Oh, Doug's here. Hey, Doug. Race director, Big Sur Marathon, and Monterey Bay Half Marathon. Hey, Doug. Our pacers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, our pacers. I thought you were going for our legacy runners like Doug was
at. They're awesome. The legacy runners are amazing. But out there, helping all these people run their, run times that their target times they're looking for. Maybe it's a BQ, maybe it's just maybe it's a PR, maybe it's not. But those pacers are incredible. Now, Laurie, what are those LA Roadrunners?
Yes,
I should
those
know.
are our LA Roadrunners pace team, pace leaders, and they are exceptional. They are out there to help you meet that goal time, what you've been training for or what you've been hoping for. So they are seated in corrals A through E for the most part. So just look out for them. They'll be at the Expo, so you can check in at the LA Roadrunners booth at the Expo to kind of find out where your kind of target pace leader will be. And then you can look out for them in the seated corrals. And then we will have some pace leaders in the open corrals, largely for the kind of the more walking or the walk run crowd. So keep an eye out for them too as well. And if you didn't find out before the race where they'll be, you'll see them all. They'll be well branded. They say LA Roadrunners pace leader on the front and I think on the back, and they also have their sticks.
Placard.
Yeah.
Right.
So look out for those race morning.
And very important, they don't have to sign up for anything. They just join in. I mean, you can just decide on race morning, hey, there's the 4:30 group. I'm feeling that, and just go in. And those people, they're fun too. It's a social thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't need to decide race morning. You could come up with them on course and see that's where they are. And you're like, these are my people, and I'm just going to run right with them.
Perfect.
So, yeah,
perfect.
They're an awesome group, and we are forever grateful for all of them. And Coach David Levine, who kind of leads them, that just an awesome group of people. So really grateful for them.
Okay. So we're going back to Doug Thurston. Wait, who we love.
Good question. Good. How many do we have left? How many do we have?
Legacy Lou says 116. Okay, and I just had a conversation about Legacy Lou the other day. So Legacy Lou, are you looking at me like eye contact, Legacy Lou? This is what Rudy and I need from you. We need legacy bibs on the front side of our legacies, because it kills us, drops us to the ground dead when we see a legacy go by and their legacy thing is on their back and we miss them because we couldn't see them coming. So please, Legacy Lou, tell all of your legacies we need to know that they're a legacy on the front, right, Rudy? We can
we don't want We don't want to miss you, and we want to make a fuss. Of course, I don't know every race there is, but for as long as this event has been on, to have as many legacy runners as we have is incredible.
Yes.
I mean, what do we have left at Big Sur, Doug? I think we have 20-ish, maybe.
Grizzled vets, I think it's less.
Grizzled vet. It might be a little less than that. Yeah. And and we're at 30, how many years? 30 some years. It's just amazing. So we want to honor our legacies. Guys, put it in front so we can, and ladies, put it in front.
Oh, look at this. Lou hears me. All right. We have had peace. Good, Lou. Please reach out to them all. Say, Fitz and Rudy, demand the opportunity to give you the appreciation and recognition you deserve.
And you know what? I'm pretty sure Lou is a legacy runner at a number of events, a number of LA. Yeah. So he's a beast. He's a beast.
Okay. Phil Perez. Hey, Phil, noisy announcers. We expect, Phil, that you're at least running the 5K. And if not, you're banished. So 5K. Oh, gosh, you can't even register. That's right. We're tough. Hi. Hey, Courtney. She's beautiful. Oh, it's Courtney Turner. Courtney, are you running the full? Is she running?
Hey.
She
Courtney's
is.
always running. Courtney's amazing. Yeah.
Courtney is the Los Angeles Marathon ambassador as well.
I did not know.
As she should be. She should be. Courtney, make sure to bring that guy you hang out with. Yeah,
He's in spring training, I was told.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. But and she's doing the full and the 5K, and I bet Courtney probably has a key to Dodger Stadium, and she could get in.
There we go. Yeah, Courtney, get us in.
For anybody who's lost here, her husband's Justin Turner, the third baseman. Is that right? Third baseman? Is it third baseman?
Third base.
Good. And he tried to get through with the 5K last year.
Yeah, he tried to sneak by us. Not happening.
And apparently she's got great dogs. So we're learning. We're learning all about everything.
Last year.
Hey, now we have one of our LA Loyal guys, and Encinas Escobar, 10th. We appreciate that. LA Loyal is awesome. And the branding on that gear is super cool. Lori, anybody can start earning their LA Loyal status, right?
Yeah, anybody can start. So couple tips for the LA Loyal runners this year. So LA Loyal is just consecutive years running. So if you ran in November and you're running this year, you're actually already at 2. And a little special thing that we did this year for people that ran a marathon just 5 months ago, if you registered by a certain date, your name is on the back of a t-shirt that is free for you. So
cool.
Yep. So it's the marathon name tee. So an exclusive group. You had to finish in November, register for this marathon by February 15th. And then we put your name on the tee. So if you qualify for that group, you will get an email with the instructions. You'll pick up that t-shirt. But in addition to that, if this is your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th, 15th, certain years have the LA Loyal swag. So you will pick that up in the registration area this year. So don't miss it to go get your well-earned gear. And yeah, we just are so grateful that you guys keep running back with us every year. We hope one time you're at 37 years like Legacy Lou and all the others.
Amazing. Kimberly
Romario. Number 7. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? You've crossed the finish line, and we have an amazing finish line festival. Laurie, you guys did such a great job on that. What do we have going on down there? It's a huge grass area. It's so much better than anything I ever recall we've ever had at LA Marathon.
Yeah, it's awesome. The Finish Festival at Century Park is perfect for a post-race festival when it's 68 degrees and sunny in Los Angeles. It's a huge grassy area. We kind of learned a little bit last year. So most of the grass now is the beer garden. So if you were there last year, we don't have to walk up the stairs to go get your well-deserved Heineken 0.0 or regular, whatever floats your boat. But Heineken is there to kind of celebrate with you after the event. We'll have some photo ops. We'll have a DJ. There's massages. I mean, your muscles will need it. So it's an awesome area to just kind of hang out with your friends and family and celebrate your amazing accomplishment of running 26.2.
Okay, that sounds incredible. And Rudy Novotny, I love you so much, but you totally skipped out on something. You forgot.
You did.
Totally forgot the actual finish line. We forgot the finish line, but I am so excited about the finish line. And this is where people are missing the bus on the new finish line, is that for many years in the past, the finish line was absolutely barren of spectators. We had hundreds of yards between where the spectators were cut off and the finish line. And everyone, they had all this, rah, yay. And then it was silence and then music and us. And while I think we're super great, I think, right, Rudy, we're super great. It's not the same as having a finish line packed with loved ones and friends and family. And oh my gosh. So I am so elated about this new setup and the fact that we can have stadium stands, like bleachers full of
bleachers
people,
are there. Yep.
actual humans besides us. And then there's a Jumbotron.
Two this year.
Outstanding, Los Angeles. And clearly some people are not getting the point, but that is so freaking cool. And from what I hear in November, the finish line was magnificent. So
it was pumping. The energy was incredible. And Fitz, you're right. As you said, to have friends and family, they were right there. They were in those bleachers. They were noisy. They were making a racket, and it was as good as it gets.
Yeah, we've got our saying this year is more cowbell, so we'll have plenty of cowbell.
More cowbell.
We want to very noisy for everybody out there. That wasn't even planned.
Oh my God, that is so funny. I feel like I need to go crawl across my office and get my other one. We love our cowbells, but yeah, it means so much to be able to have spectators out there, and the addition of the Jumbotrons. And again, talking to all our marathoners is you come down that finish line chute, you take out the earbuds. Trust me, it will be worth it. It will provide you with this beautiful sound that you will not forget for the rest of your life. If you wear your name on your shirt, everyone will be calling your name. But then this gentleman and I will be working very hard to say nice things to you and make a royal stink about what you just accomplished, because we get it. We've been there, we've done that, and we really admire and adore our athletes. So this is going to be a special moment. You're going to see, so they can see their own face on the Jumbotron running through, right?
Yep. So there will be one Jumbotron as you're kind of coming up Santa Monica Boulevard. So you'll see it, and that will be airing the finish line. So you'll be able to like start to get the excitement, because you do have to turn a corner to come into the finish line. But for your friends and family that are lining the streets, if they're out there, they'll be able to watch you cross the finish line. And then you come around the corner, we've got the bleachers, both sides. People will be able to line up both sides. And then that finish line will be right there. So the Jumbotron's more for your friends and family to make sure they can see you cross the finish line. But it's just, we want everybody to see everything and just realize it's so awesome. 15,000 plus people crossing that finish line. We want to celebrate each and every one of you.
Yeah. So Los Angeles folks, you remember that this is your red carpet moment. And you've been training very hard for this, and you've spent a lot of money, and you might be traveling and making all sorts of preparations, waking up early, staying up late, skipping out nights out at bars. This marathon is accumulation of months and months of effort, maybe years for you. So do not take this moment for granted. We will have photographers out on the course, and we expect you to ham it up the whole way. But when you come through this finish line, it's all about you. And if you blow it, you can't get it back, right? So victory, whatever it is that you want to demonstrate that you've knocked it out of the park and done something extraordinary, do that. We expect big things.
Can I chime in on something there? You mentioned this, a red carpet moment, and that made me remember something that we have not told you guys about yet. But this is very cool. And Rudy and Fitz, you may not even know about this. So the Oscars, yes, the Oscars is taking place in Los Angeles the Sunday after, so in 2 Sundays. And the theater where they host at is right on our course. And they have a huge build out for that event, as you guys can imagine, and they need more than a week to do it. So we have been working with them. And so part of the Oscars build out will actually be completed before the race starts on Sunday. And when you get to Hollywood Boulevard and you get to near the theater.
What?
So the tent that the red carpet for the Oscars is under will be built. And so you will run under that. We will have the giant Oscar replicas out there with some
Right.
red carpet. So it's a little bit of a photo op moment. So for those of you going for your PR, you might not be able to stop for this photo op, but for the rest of you that are willing to take a couple
Wow.
minutes, it's a once in a lifetime. This will probably never happen again experience. It's just because of the way the schedule worked out. So it's going to be super cool. We can't actually put red carpet out there. It's a little bit of a tripping hazard, but we'll have golden stars out there just because you're on the Walk of Fame and we think each and every one of you is a star. So super, super cool. It's just one of the pieces of special activation. And the other thing, I personally think this is the coolest. The Oscars will be taking a time lapse of their entire build out. And so all of you runners are part of that time lapse. So look up and wave. We don't know when and where they're going to use that footage, but likely it'll be released on their social channels. And they said they'd share it with us. So you could be part of the Oscars in some wild way, which is, I just think, the coolest thing ever. So
that's really special.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, stadium to the stars. It's interesting. I mean, nobody likes change, right? Even if the change is winning the lottery, it takes you out of your luster life.
Oh,
Whatever.
no, not that.
Yeah, I mean, people don't like change, but I feel like I've been seeing the big picture. The second I thought, oh my gosh, we're gonna have spectators there, but you've embellished it so much. I'm so excited to get to this finish line. Far more excited than I was the previous finish line. So this is a big deal, and that Oscar opportunity. I wonder if maybe Brad Pitt will peek out, or I don't know. It's just wishes. Perhaps
Maybe.
he'll be inside.
It could happen.
Practicing, rehearsing, they call it.
Anything is possible. So
that's right. That's right. I've seen Jimmy Kimmel come out and do segments at the LA Marathon and give runners like, would you like to eat some spare ribs and all this sort of horrible food they were feeding the athletes. And, it's LA. So you never know what's going to go on, right?
Well, that little tip, only eat on race day what you've been training for, guys. So don't take the spare rib from Jimmy Kimmel.
No.
Nothing new. That goes for clothing, shoes, and everything else. Nothing new. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. What else have we not? Oh, what kind of snacks and stuff will they get at the finish line?
Oh, the best. Our Stacy Embertson on our team, there's no better snacks in the finish line than what Stacy gets. I don't actually know what it is, but don't worry, you will be happy.
Good. Okay. It's damn good.
Yes.
As you should know. Okay. So we have some questions here. Dave wants to know, when does the time limit count start? So at 6:55 or when the last runner crosses the start?
It's a great question. When the last runner crosses the start line.
Right.
Okay. All right. Yep. Good question. And then Blanca Zaniga wants to know, do you have to register as LA Loyal, or do you just know because they've been coming so often?
So long as you've used the same email address all the time, we know. But many of you do not always use the same email address. So just make sure you use the same email address. And if for some reason you haven't over the years, you can email us and we can fix it for you. But as Fitz stated at the beginning of all of this, it might take us a little bit of time to get back to you right now via email. So.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would like? Oh, I know. The start for the charity challenge. When is that?
Yes, great question. So the charity challenge is our half marathon. Many people kind of get
they don't know.
They don't know. So we do have a half marathon within this month. And the special part about it is everybody that is running is donating to charity in somehow, whether they're running with Team TMF, which is the McCourt Foundation team, or one of our many other amazing charities. Everybody is running, giving back to charity. So it's a small number of people, but it's super special. So that does start and finish at the marathon start line and the marathon finish line. But it starts later at the marathon start line, and it's at 8:15 a.m. So if you're part of the charity challenge group, make sure you read your final information. We give you pretty detailed specifics about when to show up and all of that. And then you finish also at the marathon finish line. It is your finish line as well. And people ask, well, how is that? It's 18-ish miles, or how does that work? So you run most of the course, the marathon course, to mile about where the finish line is for there, but you cut out some parts of it. So there's just a little bit part where you kind of cut some of the course off and then you come back. It's kind of hard to explain, but
I think they're cutting 13.1 miles out. Is that?
They are cutting 13.1 miles out, but yes, that's you're running hard.
Now, Laurie, do I recall that there are spots left in the charity challenge?
Yes. So registration will be available at the Expo for the marathon. If you're a last minute person and you think you have 26.2 in you, you can register at the Expo. You never know.
You never know.
And the charity challenge as well. So you can still register for that. And the kids run is still open. Obviously, as we stated earlier, the 5K is sold out. So if you miss the boat, you miss the boat.
Okay. And this is just one of those questions. And man, don't be this guy. Obviously, I'm not planning to get there late, but in case if anything happens, what's the latest to be there?
About 6:55. It takes about 20 to 25 minutes to get everybody across the start line. So we're not going to ask you what time you parked your car, but don't be late.
Yeah. And this is what'll happen, folks, is the timer will turn off the timing mat. And so maybe you run on the course, but you don't get any credit for anything. And then you're not actually behind anyone. You kind of want to be a part of the pack if you're not the fastest, because then you need people to follow. Just don't be that guy. Everyone needs to show up way early. Chair start at 6:30. If I were running this race, I would definitely be there no matter what by 5:30 a.m. And we have a fun time. It's a great experience. So don't be that guy. Show up early.
Yeah, we say at least 90 minutes before the race starts.
And then here's a question: how many runners have registered?
We have over 15,000 people registered for the marathon.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
excellent. Excellent. Oh, Students Run LA.
Oh, we've forgotten about this. Yes.
Students Run LA. They are back.
They are back.
Wow.
2,500 strong, I believe. 2,500 plus. Amazing students.
Love it.
In the marathon.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. That's awesome. And a huge thanks to all the mentors, all the administrators, all the educators that work with the kids, and there's so many of them that run on race day.
Yes.
We've got the 15-minute guy and the 16-minute guy with the big signs and everything.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Students Run LA, a huge part of the Los Angeles Marathon experience. We salute them.
And if you see those kids out there, I mean, high five them and cheer them on. It is just so impressive. Not something I could do at that age. So it is wildly impressive.
So we've got a great question here. How do we get race results?
Awesome. So there is a link. It's actually already posted on our website, but obviously there are no results. If you go to the Los Angeles Marathon website and you go to the results tab, there will be a link there. We will send you an email after the race with that link. But also when you get to the Finish Festival, we will have QR codes all over the place where you can scan it and your results will be posted. A little bit of a caveat. Sometimes there are some mistakes. Sometimes people's results don't get posted. Sure. So the official results don't actually happen until about 24 hours afterwards. And if for any reason the results are wrong or you're not listed, there's an email address on our website to just send us an email.
Now, will the active experience have results?
Yes, that is all part of it. The link will be in the Active Experience app as well. Thank you, Fitz.
And then can spectators track their athletes with the Active Experience?
Yep. They can track them two ways within the app. One, you kind of get the more traditional notification ones when people cross different thresholds, 5K, 10K, et cetera. And then there's another way that if the runner has turned on their tracking, so they need to actually have it on their phone, you'll be able to track them on the course kind of going along. So kind of two ways to see how people are doing.
Fantastic. Okay. Do we have anything else we want to add before we turn it off and get ready for race weekend?
Only one more thing. Two things I think I would add. If somebody's watching and you are not registered, you have friends and family and are willing and able to volunteer, we do still need some volunteers. So you can sign up on our website. We have all different times and shifts available. So would totally appreciate, we cannot do these races without the volunteers, like just hands down, it's not possible. So runners are always so appreciative of everybody that volunteers. So get the word out if you know anybody that's available. And the other thing we didn't talk about is COVID and health and safety guidelines. It's kind of exciting in some ways that we don't really need to talk about this, but due to the updated mega event guidelines from the Los Angeles County, there is no vaccine check, no proof of vaccination or negative COVID test required for any distances. We do encourage everybody to wear masks when you're kind of in those crowded areas, but it's simply recommended. It's not required. And of course, it's not recommended or required while you're on course unless that's what makes you comfortable or that's something that's right for you. So no need for that. If for some reason you want to get a negative COVID test before participating, we will have that available at the Expo. There will be a fee for that. That's on you, but it is available should you want it for any reason.
Okay. And we've got it's a little random, but Patty's a bit of a speedster. She ran under 4:30. How can she get into a seated corral? Is that still possible?
Unfortunately, Patty, it's not possible. We have placed everybody in their corrals. If there is a really extenuating circumstance, you can check in with the solutions table at the Expo, but no guarantees that it is possible.
Okay. And then Kimberly Falero with some sweetness for Team Noisy. And hey, guys, just an FYI to all of our athletes watching and our spectators, Rudy and I love being a part of these race weekends, and we want to personally get to meet you all. So if you see us out there at the Expo or the race day and you want to stop by and say hi, have a hug, take a picture, we really, it's an opportunity to make some wonderful friends. Some of our best friendships have come just that way, meeting people at the Expo. So introduce yourself, say hi to ho. I'm at Fitzness on social media. If you follow me, I reshare everything. I love to brag about my athletes. And Rudy is working on Instagram. Are you there yet, Rudy?
I'm still working on it, but find me on Facebook. And as Fitz said, we'd love to meet all of you. Please don't be shy. Come and see us. And I'm going to close right here with, they say there are no guarantees. However, Fitz Koehler and I guarantee that you will run a PR at the Los Angeles Marathon if it's your first marathon. Yes.
I was a little nervous about that.
It's a guarantee. I know you were.
What
It's
is
a
it
guarantee. Our first timers, we're so proud of you for doing all the work. And again, thank you for trusting us with your first marathon experience. We just want to share it with you. We want to make it special, and can't wait till Sunday.
Laurie?
Everything Rudy just said. Can't wait to celebrate you guys. It's an amazing accomplishment, what you've been training for, and we just hope you have the best time. And if you have any questions that our website does not answer, hit us up on social media, on Facebook or on Instagram. We try to get back to you as quickly as possible.
But as I started the show,
yes.
99.9999999% of the answers are on the website, lamarathon.com. They are at the active experience. So use the resources these wonderful people have provided, because the second you start peppering them with emails means that's time they are not spending doing the things that need to be done to prepare to make this race weekend extraordinary, from t-shirts to road closures to medals. All the stuff needs to be done. So please use the resources you've been provided with. And I think you'd be very pleased with the answers you find. Oh, this Grace, you should have had a email in your box, right?
Yes. Grace, you're not the only one. Please send us a direct message on Instagram or Facebook, just with exactly you just typed in there. And I personally will look you up and figure out what's going on and send you links of things that you have not received. Okay. I can even look up your seated corral or your corral placement if you have not received it.
Fabulous. And everybody needs to show up to Bib Pickup to get their own race bib. You cannot send a friend. You cannot send an alien on your behalf. It has to be you in person to pick up your bib. Yeah. And the most important question we're going to finish with is, what color is the t-shirt?
The t-shirt's gray. I think. Is the t-shirt gray? It's blue. Sorry. Thank goodness somebody just walked in here. I forgot the t-shirt for the marathon is blue this year. It was gray last year because Fitz is wearing it from last year.
Is it royal or baby or navy?
It's navy.
Navy. Okay.
Sorry, guys. It's late.
This is critical information.
We also didn't. Last thing, medals. finisher medals. You guys will get your finisher medal when you cross that finish line, and post your photos of your medals. Be proud. It's awesome.
Now, and Laurie, the job you guys have done on social media has been just phenomenal. There's a presence on social media like LA Marathon has never had before, and we want people to share all that stuff, right? So, what are those addresses? What are those sites, please?
You want to tag us at LA Marathon and use hashtag at LA Marathon right there. What that fits.
Perfect.
Yep.
We want to see it all. We want to see all your pictures. We want to hear all your shout outs and how wonderful everything was and how you can't wait to sign up for 2023. When is that going to open? When is 2023?
Thank you. It'll open on Friday.
Woo!
Yep. So Friday at the Expo, it'll be open. So the marathon will be open for $159. So limited quantities available. The charity challenge 13.1 will be open. The LA Big 5K and the LA Big Half K Kids Run. All distances will be open for 2023. So
Fantastic.
I think you should just register on Friday right away.
Yeah. And there's still registrations now for full marathon, the charity half, and the LA Big Half K for the kids. So you can still get involved this weekend. Volunteer, come out and cheer. We've got a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. I'm kicking everyone out and making you go to bed. I'm on East Coast time. It's like
really? That's late. It's almost tomorrow.
I know, but I'm getting on a plane Wednesday and I'm coming your way. And yeah, we're gonna have a blast. I can't wait to be back in Los Angeles. Thanks so much, Laurie. Thanks, Rudy.
Thank you, Laurie. Great job.
Thanks, everybody. We can't wait to see you this weekend.
See you soon. Bye. And now we got to dance.
Do I leave?